Hey, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. All computers experience error messages from time to time, but how do you fix those? We're going to cover the most common error messages with both Windows and Macintosh computers, and hopefully I'll give you some hints on how to take care of those. Usually error messages are a sign of a hardware issue with your computer. So most circumstances with these error messages, you will have to call in the big guns as far as a technology expert like myself to come in and fix it. So let's take a look and see what we've got going on as far as error messages are concerned. We'll start with Windows. We've got an error message here, or not an error message, but a start screen for a Dell computer. Now most computers that are Windows based will put the manufacturer's logo on the start screen. So companies like Dell, Toshiba, and HP will all have a start screen message that pops up before the computer even boots into Windows. When you get an error on your computer and it's stuck at the computer start screen, usually that's an indication that the hard drive on the computer or the motherboard on the computer has failed. So if you are stuck at the start screen for your manufacturer computer, such as your Toshiba or your Dell, and it doesn't go any further, or even Asus computer, then that's a good sign that either the hard drive has failed or the motherboard has failed, and that you need to call in a technology expert to get those problems fixed. One of the most Another error message that you can have occur is let's say you get past the start screen from your manufacturer of your Windows computer, and your computer sits and hangs at the load screen for Windows 7, which is what this screen is, or you get stuck at the load screen for Windows 8 or Windows 10. If your Windows computer gets stuck at these load screens, that essentially means that the operating system or Windows is messed up, and that you would probably have to reinstall Windows in order to get the computer up and going. Now, in modern versions of Windows, meaning Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, and Windows 10, reinstalling Windows does not mean a loss of files, but it definitely means that you need probably to have a technology expert come in and get those problems resolved. So again, if you are stuck at your Windows 7 load screen, your Windows 8 screen, or your Windows 10 load screen like this, or even if you get this message that says preparing automatic repair, it means that the Windows on your computer needs to be fixed. Now in Windows 8 and Windows 10, the preparing automatic repair will sometimes fix the problem with Windows. So if you see this message and it does the automatic repair and then it goes into Windows, then there's no need to worry because your computer issue has been fixed. But if you have a Windows 8 or Windows 10 computer and it keeps looping with the automatic repair message, then it means Windows is messed up and you probably need to call in the big guns to fix that problem. Now, another common problem that will happen with Windows is the famous blue screen of death. Now, the blue screen of death is basically called a Windows stop screen. And a Windows stop screen or a stop error usually will reboot the computer, but sometimes it'll create this screen which is called a mini dump, and it gives you a little bit of information about what the error message is about and what caused it. In Windows computers, if you get a blue screen error message such as this one, or you get this message that's another newer blue screen error message, then it's a good sign that you do have a hardware issue with your computer. Sometimes it's a driver issue that a driver needs to be replaced. Other times it's probably either the motherboard or the hard drive. So again, a blue screen error message like this in Windows or a blue screen error message like this in Windows is a good indication that you do have a hardware failure that is appearing on your computer, and then you need to get it taken care of. So what can you do with blue screen error messages on your computer? Well, there's several things that you can do. You could try to use System Restore. If you're familiar with the Windows System Restore process, you can definitely run the System Restore and restore the computer back to the previous state. You can attempt to scan for malware using malware bytes to find out if you've got any viruses on your computer. It's a rare instance that a blue screen error message will be caused by a virus, but you can definitely check and see if you've got a virus. Another thing that you can try to do, but it may not help, is you can install updated drivers for your hardware devices. Most common hardware that has issues with blue screen error messages would be either wireless network cards or video cards. And I know for you non-tech people out there, that's probably a little over your head. So then again, that would be a call for a technology expert. And then obviously you want to check for hardware issues, because a blue screen error message definitely means that you have a big problem with the hardware on your computer. Sometimes a blue screen error message such as this one, or the previous one that I showed, which is the most common one, are definitely signs of a hardware failure, and you definitely probably need to call some technology help to get those issues resolved. But at least you know with Windows what you need to do if you get those messages on your computers, what steps you need to take, so that way you're not spinning your wheels trying to fix an issue that you probably could not fix. Now let's move on to Macintosh error messages, because Macs, although they are pretty stable computers, can have error messages from time to time. So the most common Macintosh error message is what's called the kernel panic error message. The kernel panic message appears when your Mac freezes up and the screen comes up, or this screen comes up, and it asks you to turn your computer on or off to see if that will fix the error message. It's a rare message, but if it does happen, all you need to do is just power off your Mac, because it's probably a conflict between a program and some hardware on your computer, and then you just need to turn the Mac back on, and then you should be good to go. The next Mac error message you may see is this one. Let's see, it says the application quit unexpectedly. What you need to do is just try to close out the app, and usually with a Mac you can restart the app and see if the error message pops back up. If you get the message again with your Mac, you just need to probably remove the program, and then you need to go through and reinstall the program. So that one's a pretty easy fix for a Mac. Same thing with the this message again. If you get the message, just hold down the power button and then turn off your Mac, and then you're ready to go. The next message that you may see in your Macintosh is your startup disk is almost full. So that means your startup disk is your main C drive on your Macintosh. So if it's almost full, it's no big deal. You can just go in and delete files, throw them in the trash can on your Mac, and that should free up space on your startup disk. So again, your startup disk is the Mac, or the hard drive on your Mac that has your Mac OS on it, and it's basically telling you that it's full. If you need to clean out your startup disk, just dump some stuff in the trash can or back it up, and that problem should be fixed. That should be it as far as Mac error messages. As always, if you've got comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. You can check out more tech tip videos like this on our YouTube channel, Integral Onsite and Online Tech Support. We're all over social media, so check us out there on Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, take care of yourselves and do many things to make you smile.